To Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We are going to be going over the this is exploring the chakras. Today we're doing the heart chakra, very important. We all need our heart. Okay? So the heart is the heart chakra is represented by the color green, like nature. All right. And that marks the halfway point because there are 7 chakras. There's 3 above the heart, 3 below the heart. Okay? All right. I'm going to read from the book and then we'll discuss and do our affirmations and look at the cards and shit. All right? Here we go. Keyword, overall impression, love, obviously. Keywords, balance, harmony, brotherhood. Let's put humankind there instead. Hope, growth, healing, love, peace, and prosperity. All right? Manifesting intention. The 4th chakra, the heart chakra, relates to matters of the heart. In manifesting, we are always blocked if our heart is not in it. Okay? There's something very pivotal about the green chakra area. That's not what it says. I'm changing the words. As though each one indicates a key moment of personal choice. Oh, they're talking about the cards. Okay. They tell us about the heart of the matter. In this chakra, we decide whether we will proceed or whether things will get kicked back to our yellow chakra, our solar plexus, where we spend time thinking without progressing our decisions. In essence, you will see here whether your heart is truly invested in the actions you are willing to take. Every green card, or every theme, I guess, owns the distinction of revealing what happens when you do or don't follow your heart. The question is, what does your heart tell you? Okay, this book is very interesting in their exploration of this. I hope it is helpful. Okay, so I'm going to go through these and then we'll talk about some other stuff. Trickery, victim, perception, wisdom, gossip, grief, and growth. All right, Mr. Hoodie, you just gotta move over a little bit so I can see these. All right. Okay. For some reason, this is all very... There's more shadow or negative aspects, which I find very fascinating, and I find fascinating that there isn't love here. So, if you're going through any of these things, if people gossip about you or if someone's tricking you, that's a form of heartbreak, right? Which is why it's here. That looks like, you guys remember that movie Pete the Magic Dragon? It's from like maybe the 80s. That's what that dragon looks like to me. If you have grief of any kind or heartbreak, right, it's going to be hard for you to get out of a victim mentality, especially if there was some sort of betrayal. That's going to affect your ability to not only feel love, but also care for yourself, right? I find this really fascinating. Emeralds may be significant. So your perception of reality stems from a place of your heart's feeling, like the way you feel, okay? I'm not only talking about this organ, right? But when we have heartbreak, it skews your entire perception, right? Which is why it's here. And when we grow through things that we go through, right? When we start to heal our grief or victim mentality, or remove the people in our lives who do these things to us, right? Then we move forward with wisdom, right? Let's go over these swatches quick. Love, compassion, connected, and forgiveness. So the same themes, but like in a different way, right? In order to step into this wisdom, we do have to either forgive ourselves for allowing whatever hurt us to hurt us, even though it's not really ours to forgive. But like, if you want your heart to not be broken, oh my god, I'm thinking this other movie. Why am I thinking of all these old movies? Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken is a movie I'm thinking of. It's about a blind woman who wanted to do. I used to watch this movie all the time when I was little. She wanted to ride horses, and do like this trick. Like the horses had to do this jump and like land or something. But she was blind, and so she ended up. We do spoilers over here. I don't know. Has anyone ever seen this movie? I used to watch it all the time. But the movie is called Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. Okay. So, sorry. We were thinking about things. I was thinking about corn, because this looks like corn. Growth. These leaves look like, there's like tomato leaves, roots. Looks like corn and wheat. So, kind of giving this, like, what's interesting here is that there's all these plants here too, right? And so there's this connectedness to nature that I'm seeing. There's an acorn here too for victim. Mr. Hootie, don't be so rude. You guys really need to do this right now while I'm doing work. Mr. Hootie, you feel so betrayed. Is your heart broken? Oh, you have a really bad eye booger. I'll get that for you in a minute. Can you get off of my ring light though, bro? You're like this giant cloud. Anyway, Mr. Hootie is going through some heartbreak right now because his sister took his spot. I think whenever there is some sort of betrayal, or heartbreak, right? That's going to affect all of the ways in which you are able to not only exist in the world, but express yourself. And we talked about yesterday with the solar plexus of how, like, if we feel like we need to protect ourselves, we kind of, like, hunch in. And so, if we have, like, unreciprocal feelings or unrequited love situations, it can make us feel unworthy, which is that solar plexus. But all of that stems from a heartbreak, right? So if your heart broken, if you're going through a bad breakup, or if you've been through a bad breakup, or it doesn't even need to be romantic love. If a friend betrayed you, or a family member, or whatever the relationship, it doesn't matter. But it gave you a feeling of betrayal or heartbreak stemming from here. That's going to make everything below you be imbalanced as well, right? So if someone close to you betrays you, that's going to affect your root chakra too, because it's going to be like, I'm not even safe with the people I trusted, right? Trust isn't here, but I feel like trust is a pretty intense theme for this chakra. I'm going to add it to our affirmations, because I feel like being able to trust your heart, if your heart loves something, or if your heart is hurting, because we're talking so much about utilizing our feelings as an internal navigation system. When our feelings, that, like, our heart hurts, that's going to impact the way in which we move in the world, right? It's going to be like that metaphorical black cloud over a ring light. Like Hootie was making it dark, right? So my solution to that is fuck everybody. Tell people to fuck off when they hurt you, and also give yourself that love that you were hoping for from someone else. Because you're not going to betray yourself. Why would you do that, right? And rebuild that trust within you to know that you are safe for yourself. You can navigate others and make decisions from a space of open heart. I think that when people experience a broken heart, we did this craft the other day for broken hearts. This was a rock that broke in half. I know it's not really that cute, but it's more of a metaphor and, you know, understanding we're not alone. But I glued the rock back together and painted it and added these pretty things. But all that to say is, like, when we do have a broken heart, whatever the reason, it doesn't make you less valuable. It doesn't make you any less. I think broken hearts are actually like real places of growth for wisdom. Growth is here too, right? Did I already talk about growth and wisdom? Probably. But I just feel like there's no better teacher than a broken heart, unfortunately. But when you're working within that relationship within yourself, when you're having that compassion for yourself, when you're staying connected and offering yourself forgiveness for, you know, allowing yourself to get hurt, when you can do that and be like, that's okay, especially if you can have the understanding or compassion's on here, of why someone does the things that they do. Not that you necessarily need to do that every time, especially if you're someone who keeps putting your heart out there. I used to wear my heart on my sleeve and then I got it tattooed. I always used to draw a heart here, and then I actually drew this and had him just tattoo it. Niall was about 1.5 and he was sitting on my lap with little goldfish crackers when we got this tattoo. But all that to say is, I understand what it feels like to consistently, like, offer your heart to people just for them to, you know, take it and throw it away, or take a bite out of it, or chew on whatever. I understand. I don't need to go into all the funny metaphors, but I understand what that feels like. So know you're not alone, and know that if that does happen to you, that person that did that to you, was probably hurting too. Not that that makes it okay, but I think when we can have understanding about the ways in which we all work from a place of heart space, like if that's where we are working from, like that's where I work from. I think most people work from a space of logic, right? But are working with limited information. That's why I like heart space, because your heart can also, we're electromagnetic beings. So this part of your body, there's a reason it's right in the middle and balanced, because that is, your heartbeat has its own electromagnetic field. That's why, like, if you have adrenaline or if you feel scared, your heartbeat goes up. Or if you feel, you know, that's your heart telling you something, right? That's working with your intuition in your sacral chakra, the orange one, to know whether or not you need to protect yourself in a moment, or if you're safe or whatnot, right? Dea, I don't want you on that futon, giant. Anyway, just know that if you're a heart that is broken, I have this over here and I will keep it safe for you. Rose quartz is really good for your heart chakra. If you have rose quartz, I highly recommend working with it. Adventurine is green, so it's a green. Rose quartz is pink, but it is the chakra for the heart. This is Adventurine. I believe that's how you say it. And this is also good for your heart. So if you need stones, get some stones. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do our heart affirmations. I'm going to start with the first one. I trust myself. I trust myself. All right? I trust myself. Okay? Moving on. I love myself. Woo! I love myself. Okay? My capacity to love is unbounded. That means that, again, to that piece that we were talking about with the wearing your heart on your sleeve, just because you gave someone love and they may not have returned it back to you and your heart feels sad, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to love again. It doesn't mean that there weren't lessons learned. Doesn't mean that your heart is any less valuable. Now you have cute accessories for it, right? Okay. And I am loved. I am loved. Could you be loved? Bob Marley. That's my favorite Bob song. All right. And then I feel love. And I'm not talking about from someone outside of you. I'm talking about I feel love. Give yourself that love. Okay? All right. I love you all so much. Happy healing. And wild hearts can't be broken. Everybody's heart has been broken. And you're going to be all right. All right. Have a good one.